So here we are, Kris and myself.
You're Janet.
Janet.
Yeah,
Janet.
I'm Kris.
See, I say Janet.
Grab your coffee.
Yeah. Or your tea. Your Yama Peruvian style tea.
Yes, because the Yama tea is so much better.
Yeah. So we are here because we have met so many new homeschooling families.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness. And you know, most of us when we started to homeschooling, we felt overwhelmed, but we made the choice to homeschool in an environment that was a lot more relaxed, an environment that was like, gosh, I just think I want to try homeschooling, and maybe, you know, whatever our reasons were, there was not like a huge pressure where you have to homeschool.
There was no catastrophes driving the experience.
Yes. So we are meeting a slightly different group of new homeschoolers that have been pushed into homeschooling, and they really have a heart to teach their kids and to do what they believe is best for their kids. And they are feeling so overwhelmed.
Completely. I'm sure you all can relate to this, because the prospects of taking on that responsibility of educating your child is frightening, right? Because we're going to mess them up. We're going to do something wrong, right? No.
You love your kids more than anybody in the world.
That's right.
And what we have been telling the new homeschoolers, it's almost, we're telling them almost the same thing that we have been telling them since before this COVID push to homeschool started, which is you are joining a good club. Congratulations!
Yay! Woo! Party!
That's right. So if you are feeling super overwhelmed and super stressed and a bunch of pressure, you know, your head is feeling heavy, I mean, you're just a normal human being. Normal mom.
Normal.
And things will get easier. I think the first year that you homeschool, in my opinion,
especially if you do coffee, you gotta have the tea.
Or tea.
Yeah. Yes.
And actually, Kris tells me she just bought me also a really yummy, we call it dessert coffee.
She calls it dessert coffee. I drink the real stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you need the real stuff or you need dessert coffee, go for it.
Go for it. Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Take time for yourself. That's most important. Is to give yourself a break. Take time to make sure that you are clear and confident and not frazzled before you step into your day.
That's right. And you know what? Even when you take the time, you are going to be feeling a little frazzled and a little bit insecure. But, you know, you give yourself the breath, you know, pray a little bit.
No, praying is good.
Praying is good. And then just know, you know what? I'm not going to miss on my kids. We are figuring this out, and it's going to work out. So being overwhelmed is normal. So a lot of times, I remember when I went to the homeschool convention the first time, we have a common friend, Tammy Lopez. Hey, Tammy, we'll have to send you the video so you can see us.
Yes, we'll have to tag her.
Yeah, everybody our age and that started homeschooling in the 90s. Everybody remembers Tammy. She was into everything.
Yep.
But I was walking through the curriculum hall, and all I could see was so much curriculum.
I mean, look at how much stuff there is available now. Oh my goodness.
And there was even less back then. Our choices weren't as big. But I just remember asking the vendors, and they would tell me about how wonderful their curriculum was, and how wonderful this was, and how wonderful this other curriculum was. And all I remember was thinking, how am I supposed to choose? And
because I got to get the perfect one, the right one. There's one curriculum that's right, right?
Absolutely. No. So I have no idea how I looked. And I walked out of I was exiting the curriculum hall, and I was so overwhelmed, I was blind. And I was put in my own little world of overwhelmedness. And Tammy Lopez saw me, and she just approached me, and she put her hand on my shoulder, and she went like, "Are you okay, Janet?" And I was like, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I saw this, and I saw that, and this is the amount of money that I have to spend. And this was gonna cost this much, and this is gonna cost this much, and this curriculum alone was gonna cost all the money that I have to spend." Anyway, so Tammy just smiled, and she hugged me, and we walked down the curriculum hall, and she just told me, looked at the first curriculum, and then she asked me like 3 questions. I can't remember what they were. Do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want that? And I was like, not really. Okay, don't worry about this one. Poof. So then we went to the next one, and she did the same thing. Do you want to pay $50 for a coloring book that you could create? Do you like to create one, or do you like to have it made for you? I was like, oh, I don't mind making it. Okay, you don't need this.
That's right.
Anyway, so that's kind of what we do here at Covenant. You know, we may talk to you, encourage you, and if sometimes all you need is information on just somebody that's going to tell you. We were there. We were super overwhelmed, and we made it. And our children are doing great. You finished homeschooling?
On my phone, I would show you baby pictures of my grandbaby.
Yes. So Kris just graduated her youngest son.
I am done.
Yep.
Done.
And I graduated my youngest daughter in 2012.
No.
So I have been done for 8 years.
We survived.
We survived.
We survived. You will survive.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so did our children.
Oh, our children are amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're amazing, but they're also normal. So I shouldn't say that. They're abnormal. I don't know.
They're amazing, but they're normal. They're just normal amazing.
Yeah, and I guess what I meant by that is, I don't know what I meant.
They survived.
That's right.
They survived their mothers and their fathers sometimes educating them, and they learned what they needed to know, and they were able to. I have one son who, Daniel, he graduated college, and he's in the financial world now, just killing it. Jacob is in the military. That was his direction. And there was no problems getting in there. And then I have a third son who's really into like precision machining. He's going into a trade. So
a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything, and they all survived.
That's
and
right.
your daughters.
Yeah, I have 2 of them. One is a musician, and she's doing really well. That's how she's making her living, and she's married now. And I have two little grand boys.
Babies,
That's right.
babies.
They're so cute. They're 10 and 8.
Oh,
And yes.
that's a fun.
Yes, it is.
Fun age.
Yeah, and my youngest one, she's 26, and she's also doing well.
The
and,
world traveler.
Yeah, she was actually in China when all this COVID thing started. And she called me on a Friday, and she's like, no, on a Thursday, I think. Have you heard about a virus thing?
We're like, no.
And then she called back, we're coming back. We'll be there Sunday. Anyway, and the rest is history. But anyway, they both are doing well, and homeschooling did not mess them up, you know.
And they didn't have any problems getting into the secondary education.
Yes.
So getting into college, getting into the military, getting into trade schools, things like that. Homeschoolers are generally accepted now.
Yes.
So don't feel like you're going to mess up your kids.
You are not. You know. You are not. And even if you're not perfect, even if you make mistakes, like if we never made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
No, it will work out. Yeah. You know, it really does. So our goal for this Facebook Live is just to let you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you truly have joined a good club. And
but there's ways of getting around the overwhelm. Don't think you need to keep that overwhelmed feeling because go ahead.
I was gonna say we like to un-terrify the homeschoolers of the world.
Yes. So there's things that you can do. You can join a support group. Those are immensely helpful because that's where you're going to go and meet friends and do field trips and have yearbooks and commiserate.
Yes.
The kids go off and play and the moms sit and say, spelling almost killed us this week.
Yeah.
What did you do? How did you get over this hump?
Exactly.
So that's where you're going to get a lot of your help and support. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember when we joined, we met in our homeschooling group in like 1995, something like that, 1996. Yeah, and I remember I was doing a unit study book that was like this fat. I mean, I'm not joking. and a friend of mine was making it, and I was enjoying it, and I couldn't figure out why I was enjoying it, and my friend was hating it. And then we started talking, and what was happening is that she was trying to do every single thing this big fat book was telling us. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think that I had to do everything.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't do that either.
I kind of looked at it and I was like, okay, well, my kid is not going to like this. I'm skipping this part. Oh, I don't understand why this section is is that important. My little girl was 4 at the time, 5, you know. So I was like, you know what? She's not gonna mess up if we just skip this section that makes no sense to me.
Right.
You know. And then obviously I know it's like the llama cup. You know, being from Peru, you know, you get other ideas.
I have, yum.
She has yum and I have yama. But anyway, so even when you come from a different country or a different state, there's things that are going to be more important to you, or even your cultural background. Oh, remember that? I forgot the Greek family. There was a family that had a really strong Greek background.
Yes, their name was this long.
Yeah,
this long and all vowels.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I couldn't say.
I can't remember
It
either.
was so fun though.
Yes, and within our homeschooling group, it was very important to them to emphasize to their children their Greek background.
Right.
So when you're homeschooling, there's certain things that won't be important to you, and there's other things that you will want to emphasize because you want to teach the next generation, you know, your cultural background, and that gives you a lot of ability. So again, when you're homeschooling, you are super flexible.
Super flexible.
Yeah. So anyway, so if you're overwhelmed, we just want to let you know you don't have to stay like that. It is normal, in my opinion. The first year that you're homeschooling is the most when you're feeling overwhelmed, because all these concepts of homeschooling are foreign to us. Yeah.
Right. But once you've been doing it for a month, you're a veteran.
Yeah. And so I actually think, that the first year is the hardest one, and then you do really need to encourage each other. You can come to places like us, like Covenant. We have a really good statewide organization. There's AFI and there's HSLDA, and anyway, so there's a lot of places that you can find a lot of encouragement, and we do want to encourage you to come here. We like to talk to you, and then once we get you going, you know, the best next thing to do is join a support group.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's immensely helpful.
Yeah. And then there's other things too. We are doing something that we're calling curriculum highlights.
Oh,
and
they're so
that's
fun.
right. So and the goal for those was, you know, since the homeschool community, homeschool convention wasn't able to happen this year, we thought, okay, how can we help families meet the vendors? How can we help them learn what curriculum's available?
Right, and see and touch it, because that's the
benefit of the convention.
Of the convention.
Or
and
one
having
of the benefits.
The curriculum hall. Having the curriculum hall so
Yeah.
you can go and see and touch and feel and ask the questions.
Yeah. So we came up with that idea, curriculum highlight, and we talked to Carol Gary, and then this last Tuesday we talked to John Grass, and so we asked them, can you send us some freebies to give out? And John sent us this book. It's from his mom, Daily Encouragement for New Homeschooling Families. So we have 2 left. We have
Just
2 of
2.
them. We've been giving them out this week. And we have a bunch of other ones that he gave us, but for this one we only have 2. So if you want to come and pick it up, when you come and ask for it. We've been giving them away, and the moms, they've just smiled, all these new homeschooling moms. And anyway, so that's also very wonderful. Thank you.
No, we're also going. We've been posting on this page some tips from Not Grass. So today's tip is going to be about Charlene.
Yes.
What is it called?
I forgot what it's called.
You have
daily. I did, but
her daily encouragement.
Yeah.
Anyway, check our page later on. It'll be there.
Yeah. Because Charlene Not Grass, she's doing that. She has a blog.
Yeah.
Charlene with a C.
Charlene.
Yeah. And and anyway, so those are really nice. I think they're just so sweet and encouragement, and we need to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you didn't get a chance to see our Facebook Live with John at Grass, you should. And right about minute 21, his kids come in and they make all this noise.
It's so fun.
It was so much fun, and it's really nice to know that even people that are authors, that are homeschooling experts, guess what? They are normal.
Life. Yeah.
Life happens, and the little kids came in the middle of this noise, and they left. And then John was so graceful. He told us a story. He wanted to encourage moms. He said, "Moms, you need to be easy on yourself."
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Be easy and be good to yourself.
Yes.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. And so he told us a story about how he and his wife, they just homeschooled for 2 years, but they really were they got kind of overwhelmed. You guys can just watch the little section starts on. I should watch the entire thing, but if you don't have time, start on minute 21. I think it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it was 21.
I'm trying to edit it down so we can have that little section.
Yeah.
This is really helpful.
It really was, but it was such an encouragement little section to know that even a person that's written curriculum, that is a homeschool expert, needed to take a little break. So they took a break, I think, of a year or two, and then they came back to homeschooling. And it's been going well since then. So, everybody's human. Everybody needs to take care of themselves. And that's what he was encouraging.
Yeah.
So the next question that we're having, homeschoolers ask a lot, new homeschoolers, especially these ones that have been pushed into homeschooling, is how about state standards? Yeah. How do you know my kid is not going to fall behind? So I think we're going to address that one in the next Facebook Live, aren't we?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Yeah.
Big answers, lots of opinions.
Yes. And we do have good answers. And we also have, I mean, not only our children's example, but we have statistics, we have studies, so we can tell you how that works, and it actually works out well. That will be our little tidbit, So I know you have to wait till the next video. And
Tomorrow? No,
we're close. Wednesday. Yeah, because Tuesday we're doing our next curriculum highlight, which is going to be with this books back here.
Woo!
Common Sense Press.
Common Sense Press.
Learning Language Arts through Literature. So we're actually meeting the author. I'm so excited. I did not know I was going to be interviewing the author, but I talked to her yesterday, and it's going to be really neat. And she was a homeschool pioneer. So she even homeschooled before we started homeschooling. And but anyway, so that
was a million years ago.
Yeah, like in the 80s, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So yes. So we're gonna be interviewing her on Tuesday. So I think the next one, when we'll address the state standards,
It'll be Wednesday.
It'll be Wednesday at 9 a.m. So enjoy your coffee, your tea.
Yes, take care
and
of
your
yourself.
favorite mug. Yes.
Take care of yourself. If
Yes.
you need any help, any encouragement, don't
Yep.
hesitate. Give us a call.
Absolutely.
We're more than happy to talk with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking to a lot of people.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And actually, that's why you haven't gotten around to editing that video, because we are so busy. So we're opening at 10 in the morning, but we decided we have to come early and do that Facebook Live at 9 because otherwise we won't have time.
Right.
So thank you for my dessert coffee. And
You're welcome.
I started drinking that, but I came back for my tea for the video. Anyway, bye, homeschooling family. Stay encouraged.